And so it has been written, it takes a lot of time to make motorized bikes now. As you will see, I'm going to try to do this one small thing. Just one little thing at a time, baby steps. That's all you can do. Hot as hell. Don't you know it? So I want to get the welder out here and try to tack this shit on here, man. Now we know from observation this shit has to be scratched off. If you don't scratch it off, it won't bond. Mind you, I'm fighting mosquitoes in Lakeland, Florida, simultaneously. As I work, you'll hear the slapping at mosquitoes constantly. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? To have two small vice grips. If I could find them. Rustle them up and get them to hold on there, man, while I tack it on there with a welder. Here's one. Smaller vice grips. I've got some needle nose vice grips somewhere if I could find them. Damn it. Chris needs on here. And this timing chain. If it's good enough for an engine on a General Motors product, it's good enough for your bike. The problem is the hole's too big in the center, man. You have to weld a plate on it and drill a hole in it. As you can see, even inside, the mosquitoes never quit. They're everywhere. Everywhere, all the time. I've got my other tools. Need to rustle up some more tools, y'all. There ain't hardly no room to grab onto the steel here. Push it all the way down, right? And then, like this, it'll end up being attached like this here. Whether you like it or not, I flipped the steel around then because it's sitting more level this direction. And that would work right there, just good enough for me to zap that on there, then take this plier out and reuse them, the vice grip down here on the bottom there. I like the way that's a little straighter than the other way around, so you turn the welder up high. And bzzz. Well, well, well. That paint is pretty tough, man, that shit. Thought it said it was not legal in California or something. Probably means it has a lead base in China, that old blue skank shit. You don't want it on a knife that you're going to eat from, man. Not one little bit of it. There'll be no editing on this shit, y'all. It's all raw, real, man. 100% real. And make sure that's plugged in, okay? Because it was coming out on us there. And we're gonna snatch this up like this. Hoorah! Lights out. Conserve energy. Shut the door. Keep the mosquitoes in. Hey, they get hot too, you know. Okay, now turn it off. Now, got to get it grounded, man. know a lot of guys touch this stuff, you know, and when it's turned on, but all it takes is one time, man, and it tells you not to do it on there when it's turned on, man. Not to touch the ground like I'm doing right now, but the power is turned off right now. So there should be little or no danger. But when it's on, they tell you not to do it, man. So what do? You set it up, you get it all ready, then you turn it on. And this metal looks halfway hardy, you know, so I'm going to put it on a low 2.7 on the dial. And locate a hood. I don't have any hoods in here, do I? Right, this is what I do most of the time, looking for things that I don't know exactly where they are, man. There is some time spent looking around for tools. That's why it's best to put it all in one place, and I do, and that's why I'm able to come out here and find it. 2 of them right here. I'm going to use the Lincoln, not the Harbor Freight, because it's a lot better. My goodness, that is some nasty shit, ain't it? Looks like I welded the vice grips on there. Let's turn it off and go back over here and try to disconnect it. Good luck, right? Right off the bat. No luck at all. See all this metal on there? Well, that's not what we're after, right? Needless to say, that was not it. Okay. That shit stinks. Makes you a little dizzy, man. Breathe too much of it, make you sick. Not good for you. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt out here and it's about 90 degrees. Looking for a wire brush now. Here it is. What an unsuspecting place. My goodness, y'all. This is some hot shit. It's hot as hell out there, y'all. Okay, let's get on out here. Smells like rain out here, y'all. Dennis is welcome to look over the fence now. I think I should turn it up to a low 1. What? It's a V45.02. V, the letter V is in Venido. Hello? Hola, Enrique. ¿Cómo estás? See? Are you still a rock star? This phone keeps on vibrating while she's getting email. It's bothering me. Are you still hey man, are you still a rock star? I am. I'm a rock star still. Hey, the thing is a V42.02. V45, V45.02. Right, it's $150, and on YouTube, you know, Guerrero Cycles, I will upload the video on my channel. But do you know what the name of the name is? Is this thing working?
Enrique told me one right now.
Okay. Enrique, it's good to hear from you, man. I still love you, man. Here, baby. See if he's on here. His fucking phone won't work.
Hello? ¿Cómo dices? Sí. Sí, estoy oyendo, sí. Okay.
Son of a bitch, you quit doing that fucking shit. Right. Okay. And this shit. Right, you can pour water on the shit if you want to. It's not that much heat. I'm still a rock star, man. Yeah, man. When I went down there in 2007 and beginning 2008, he said he's a rock star, you know. In Mexico, he was better. And it was a visit I'll never forget. And I learned a few lessons along the way. A little bit of water is okay, like that. Cool it off. Turn it off. Take the ground off of it. Take these old welded little pliers right here. They're still hot. My goodness. Put them in the water, man. Huh? Wow. I shouldn't have done that. I need to grind that off. I couldn't see though. It's not a good shield, man. The shield is not a good one. So you do what you can, okay? Then you go like this. And hopefully get that out of the way there and clamp this back on here as such in a manner that will enable us to get in there. Yeah, I'd like to hit it right there. Bzz. That's what I'd like to do. Let's see. If we hit it with quite a bit of power, it'll jump. Flame will jump and it'll work. Like that right there. Yeah. I think I did it again, didn't I? Just turn it off there before we put water on it. And the heat will evaporate all the water soon, so you don't have to be held up too much very quickly because it's extremely hot. That's been my experience with it. Power on. It's on high 1. And the dial up on the reel is 7. And that affects it also. It automatically adjusts. As you turn up the speed, it will turn up the amperage from what I understand. fast. The pearl on there. Might be too hot, y'all. Right. Gotta move fast, man. Fill that hole up there. If you sit too long, burn a hole in it. Right. Right, and I need to get that zapped right there on that side, because it sure as hell, man, if you don't zap it as much as you can, it'll break. It ain't holding by too much, you know, by a thread, so. There it is, Rolls Royce now. So that's only one of them, you know. And you got to go over here and get this lined up and hold it correctly and zap it, you know. But first, you need to take this off of it. It's on there pretty good, ain't it? Let's take a pair of pliers to it and give it a strength test. Without tearing up something that we want to keep. Alright, I need me a little piece of metal right there, man. Do the same thing over here. You take this little deedle dude right here. It's nothing real fancy. Same old stuff. Again, making I make it hot. Okay, getting kind of late on us, and it's always white clouds here in the United States because they're powdering the skies every day. They ruin the weather, man. And they did it gradually, progressively, and just snuck the shit right in on us, like criminals do. Jasper. This one here just about don't have enough metal on it to hold it from that side, man, so I'm going to have to pull it from this side. Makes it a little bit more difficult. Tighten it just a hair. Square it up, man, put it in there as good as you can. And that's what you're looking for, you know, something kind of half-half square. Because your eyeball cannot be tricked. Your eyeball knows when it sees something out of whack. So take the time to look at it. And how's it going to look when it's up here, right? I don't know. Let's try. Let's fit it, man. Fit it or quit it. Alright, I'm ready, man. You guys ready? Let's do it. Right, getting ahead of ourselves, aren't we? And like all YouTubers, I apologize for the day that you were born. Okay. This is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to go right in between. The ground right here, man. Right. Power off. Take the ground here off. Again, we're a little welded on there, but that's okay, because this is what we're after right here, y'all. Let's back off on that, dude. Couple of turns at least, huh? Okay, well, let's see what's going on with the pliers and malfunction like everything in China. That's why I don't ride a Chinese bike, and that's why I'm not working on one right now, because I won't buy one. And this bike here I happen to have bought for $100 off of Craigslist. Imagine that. Made in the United States. Excellent bike. A year and a half ago. Now it's an e-bike, man. Made by Ross. Excellent bike it is. Cool down, off. Let's get this shit cooled off, because after all, this is a battery. We don't want this battery to get hot. Not the shell or inside of it, especially. Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, back on with the power, and then try to get this down here buttoned up. And I need to turn that. I wanted to fill that up, man. I really did. Went low, crank it up. Let's see if it'll do it, y'all. Right now it's on low. It's like a 16th inch steel, real thin. Dialed up to number 9 on the dial, and on the buttons it's on low. Number 2, which is the high side of low. Okay, that seems to work pretty good, man. But down here, I think I'm going to have to turn it up. I'm going to go to high on the button, number 1 on the button, and back off to number 7 on the dial. See what this Lincoln Weld Pack is. 88 amp max, and I think 33 minimum. One thing I don't like about the Lincoln, in less than a year, it kept shooting out material like it is right now, as you can see, when I let off the button. And that's one thing I don't like about it big time. It's dangerous. It's made in Poland by a bunch of Polacks instead of somebody in the United States. You know what I mean? Just like that. Now turn it off real fast. Put some water on that shit. Pull it off. It will. Pull it off fast. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Alright. Now it looks like finally. I got this shit buttoned up. Can I forget about it now or what? Let's see. Best thing to do is try it out. And in order to do that, I got to fix the chain, man. The chain has major folly. So what we're going to do is try to fix the chain on it, man. Batteries fixed again. The other strap was breaking on it as well, so I went ahead and tore it off and just welded them all up, man. Yeah. Nice and cool. No danger. But I left a little post on there in case we decided to put a little door on there. It'd be very simple to do. simply cut it twice. Yeah. And put a clip on it. A little buckle of some kind. This chain right here has been an SOB, man. Don't know why. Well, I'll put it in this molasses. And the molasses is some 100% natural stuff they use down at Dad's Cookies to make cookies in Plant City, Florida. Nice little town not far from here. Preferably this white one here that I put a thin coat of oil on. Super thin, that's how good that stuff is, man. Made it all nice and white and I can see it real good. Makes a nice background to work over. To find out why this thing here has been so difficult, man, I've fixed it a couple of times, okay? A couple of times on that chain. But there's one thing that I have to do on this rim here, man. I think it's in the right position. I had it on there and it worked pretty good. But the sprocket, it came off on me, you know. And I need to address the sprocket. Right, and yeah, a couple of good times right there on the top of the head. A little attitude adjustment, right? Yeah, on number 9 on high. 9 on the dial, high on the buttons. Where's that other pair of pliers that I had? There you go. And keep that stuff together and put it all in the same toolbox, man. So I can find it all. I need a hideously large toolbox. I like these knack box. I used to call them, I guess they're still around, knack made them. Construction box. Hard to break in too. Lots of tools. Right there. You notice when the amperage is turned up, the power is turned up, it'll make its own ground a little bit easier. God damn it, you fucking motherfucker. I looked at that fucking cunt. You son of a goddamn fucking bitch. Motherfucker, you. Oh, shit. See what I mean when you're not pulling the trigger and it's not supposed to be flashing and you pull the shield away from your eyes? It got me, man, because it's not supposed to be welding. I let go of the button. So it does damage to your eyes every time that happens. If you got the power to turn down real low, you got to have a super good ground or it won't work. I had to pull the trigger twice to make sure because it didn't stop. And I pulled it a second time and the feed quit. And I'm trying to weld on this cog here around the perimeter of it, man, to bond it with that hub. So I don't want to burn the grease up in it either. Damn thing's heavy as hell, man. It's got 44 pounds in it, just in batteries and the ass end of it. So it's hard for me to turn the wheel. One space there that I ain't hit. Looks like left here. And trying to weld right through a thin layer of the lip of the sprocket. the kickstand is for a bicycle, so it's not made to hold 60 something pounds. It's made to hold 20 pounds, you know, or less maybe. So a lot to ask of this particular kickstand here. But the bike is well balanced. And that's the only way that it can happen. Right. But I can't get it to stay here very well, so I might have to walk it. That's the problem, not having somebody here to help me hold it, man. I can see that it's perfectly straight, so I'm satisfied with it. Put the chain on it next. And you just jump right in there on that chain, man. It's usually not that difficult. There we go. Awesome. It's a true blue, man. It's on there. Yeah, it's on there. I do believe it. It really damaged the frame the last time it came off, and I don't want that shit to happen again. Whole chain needs to be inspected. Don't ever forget to wrap it around where it needs to go before you do it. Make sure that it's on there. And it'll work when you get it on there. There's only one way to do that. And that's to get right in there and do it, man, like this. Like that thing, right? So that thing needs to be about what it is right there, man. It'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? See? Yeah, it's all the way back. So really I need to repair one end of it, man, first, because it looks like something's wrong with it. This thing is all mucked up, man. I don't really understand why it's so bad. I changed it. Maybe because the chain was rusty and old, and I put it in some molasses, 100% natural, and it ate all the rust off of it. And so now there ain't no metal there, there's no steel there. Old cold steel chisel, man. USA. Yep. USA. But even USA steel needs sharpened. So what do? We go over here, sharpen this shit. I'm very good with these chains, man, but this one has been a real toughie. No doubt about that, man. Normally these things are not that tough, you know, but this is a little one. And see, 1, 2, 3. 4. I'd like to take 4 of them off, just get rid of all 4. And they pop off pretty good, like that one did. But again, we want to get this off of here, and see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Believe it or not, that's 4 links, and that thing is so messed up. It's coming undone, you know. You got to find a replacement, right? Good old wash tub there that Uncle Kyle installed also. Water spigot, hot and cold, and outside utility sink. Old man Warrior Cycle kicks ass. A little bit, tries to. Gonna let that old Craftsman bench grinder run a little bit, man. It ain't ran in a long time. Let them bearings spin for a little bit, right? Well, I'm going to have to cut you guys off and get back to you. Y'all come back now, you hear?